Welcome, everybody, to Wrestler's Pit. This is Friday night main event. I'm Nick, and with me, as always,
your boy B.
And he's drinking some water right now, so
stay hydrated.
Staying hydrated. So we have a pretty good show for you guys today. We're going to talk about some of the highlights from SmackDown Live. We're going to talk about...
I know who this attacker was, sorry.
Oh man, I'm so happy with what they decided.
I waited weeks
to figure this out.
Like, bam. Has to be Buddy Murphy. Remember Steve O.U.? It's Buddy Murphy, right? It was Buddy Murphy. Yeah.
It was.
Should have been Buddy Murphy. It wasn't Buddy Murphy.
Apparently, it's someone that we'll get to momentarily. Right. Momentarily, but let's start off with the beginning of the show.
Sounds good to me.
The show started out with Randy Orton. Basically,
RKO, baby.
Yeah. And he was cutting a promo, trashing Kofi, trashing the New Day, everything. But of course, Kofi comes out. Kofi comes out with a chair and attacks your boy, Randy Orton. And honestly, I was okay with this. It kind of like gave Kofi like this like fire that he like hasn't had, and it didn't really do like that SummerSlam thing. It didn't feel the same.
It's not just making the champion look like it can't do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The champion, whatever it takes as well.
Yeah.
You know, and Kofi, we're seeing that Kofi is that champion. Someone mentioned to me, I want to shut him out, but I can't right now. But he was like, I would like for Kofi, I think it was someone in the group chat, but they would like for Kofi to be past the CM Punk reign.
Oh, like the
but that's just him being a dreamer. But
I hope he doesn't though, because I don't want Kofi to be the champion that long.
I'm
that's
holding
like over a year, isn't it?
I'm holding out for my. That's 430 something. Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
I'm
Sorry.
holding for my Big E.
Mm-hmm.
My Big E turn before then, hopefully.
Yeah. I can see that, but of course the Revival tried to come out and save Randy. That didn't go well for them though. They got attacked by that good old steel chair, and that was pretty much the way they started the show off. And it was short and sweet. It didn't like overstay its welcome at all. And right after that, the show pretty much got better. I guess you could like it didn't start off horribly, but I mean, obviously Raw we talked about earlier this week on Headlines. That was like a great thing. We actually really enjoyed the show, and this show kind of didn't have like the wrestling to back it up. Like normally SmackDown's the wrestling show, and it didn't really. It had the storylines, but it didn't have the wrestling.
You got a lot of I think if you got a lot of drama, you can see Bischoff's back in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that especially how it ended, like it's ending like a soap opera.
It's like tune in next week.
Yeah, leaving me with questions.
Yeah.
That's what they're keeping. So I said it at the moment when I was watching it. That's what's. Especially in SmackDown, right? It's not like Raw, you know what I mean? 10 o'clock, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it has me at 9:30 really, like, looking for who the attacker was.
Yeah. And they've been holding it out until
the show's getting closer and closer, and then the show wasn't so bad either. Usually it's like, oh, this is dragging different channel, put on the socks or something, right? But, no, you want to see it's Elias first KO, like so. I want to see what happens. Like, King of Ring matches last on SmackDown, so it was perfectly executed, like show. But definitely, like, you know, they were adding in that drama, adding in a lot of talking, story. They were building. They built story well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you're not gonna, right? More people are upset about the Raw than SmackDown. I feel.
Yeah, I can see that. And like you were saying, it was all about storyline, and that's exactly
that's what's going on here.
That was the next segment.
That's going on across the board.
A moment of bliss, and of course, a moment of bliss. The guest was Charlotte, and she's talking about how she's like the franchise. She's the one who's like the red carpet.
She's the queen of the ring. Let's be honest. She's the queen of the ring.
And so, of course, Bayley comes out, and she like cuts her little promo on Charlotte, and then shoves her to the ground. And I was like, wow, Bayley's a bully. Interesting.
My daughter can't dress up like her no more.
No, not anymore.
My daughter's going to dress up like a queen.
Charlotte Flair. But, yeah, and I was kind of shocked by her doing that. I wasn't really expecting it, but it does kind of give her, like, an edge. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really fit the character that she's kind of had for, like, a while now. doesn't really fit like that. Like, or at least what Vince McMahon views her as is like, yeah, she's a 5-year-old girl. Like that's her character. But we got a phenomenal match, and I'm using that for an AJ or for a match that's not AJ Styles, which is rare.
That's why I got thrown off.
And it was a phenomenal
Forgot
match.
what show I was on.
It was Buddy Murphy versus Daniel.
Yeah, DB.
Bryan, dude.
You're getting some of these pay-per-view matches. Like you're getting good matches on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, and this match went like 14 or 15 minutes, I believe. And it absolutely,
as it should.
And it tore the house down. The crowd at first, they weren't really into it. They were a little bit like
they didn't know what to expect either. That's why I don't like house shows. I mean, like that's a house show to me. You know what I mean? House shows actually probably more action than TV taping.
Of course, you don't get like the 5-star caliber matches, but at least you get like a solid 10-minute match that has like pretty good storylines.
It's like it's like a gift bag at a birthday party when you go to a house show.
Yeah, I hate that.
You get a bunch of mixed candies that you have. Your mother doesn't let you have that one, and you really don't like that one. And
yeah, I hear. Yeah,
a lemon head. They make those still.
Yeah, but the match was awesome, and Buddy Murphy won, which totally shocked me.
Yeah, I like that. They give that win to him on a Tuesday.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's on a Tuesday. That's why they gave it to him. They're not going to give it to him on a Sunday night, but on a Tuesday, people might not remember it if they decide to cool down on Buddy. But I mean, I thought the match was awesome. I love the way it finished. Rowan gets involved, but it doesn't really affect Buddy Murphy all that much, and he still is able to pick up the win with the Murphy's Law, which is one of my favorite finishing moves in like all of wrestling, right? Actually, since I saw him do it the first time on 205 Live, once I saw that, it's like the pump handle, like spinning slam. I was like, ooh, that looks awesome. And having a guy like Daniel Bryan take that move who's nice and small.
It's good to see Daniel put him over right there. Bryan.
Then we get the Revival coming out. And the Revival, they're here to tell us how the crowd shouldn't have been cheering for Kofi Kingston as they were getting attacked by those steel chairs earlier.
We should like the Revival.
Yeah, I mean, they're just saying like, hey guys, stop making fun of us. We got our butts kicked, and yeah, like come on. And they say that they want to match for the tag titles against the New Day at Clash of Champions.
As they should. I like that.
And Heavy Machinery comes out.
Over at SmackDown. Take the SmackDown titles, put them over there with Randy.
But
Heavy Machinery comes out.
Heavy Machinery comes out, and they have a match, and the Revival won it. I wasn't expecting the Revival to win because I thought that Heavy Machinery was still pretty solid, but it makes sense. It makes sense for the Revival to win. I love the Revival FTR, even though that means so many different things. I mean it in the most positive FTR possible. And yeah, that was I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with the Revival taking that victory, kind of making that whole them being
they're gonna
worthy
cruise.
of Randy Orton.
They may take those tag titles off the New Day, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I see that happening, going this way.
Especially if they decide to hopefully resign.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we don't know if they're going to stay with the company or not.
And you never know if they did, sometimes.
Yeah, they don't know. Dubs
is very secret about that one.
It'd be interesting if they did, though, and they just kept this whole thing of like, hey, they're not going to resign. They're not going to resign. Then the day that their contracts end, they leave the company, show up the next day. They're still here. Whoa. Shocking. It's like CM Punk all over again. How dare we mention that name? Next up, we got Miz TV. So another storyline segment here on the show. And we got Miz TV. And, of course, Sami Zayn is the guest because Sami Zayn just loves berating the crowd and absolutely trashing them and how horrible the fans are. Yeah, dude. And he introduces that he has a new, I think he's like a client. I'm not sure what like word he used.
Partner, associate.
Yeah, I guess associate would be like the best term for it. But and it's Shinsuke Nakamura.
I actually love that. I don't know why. I love it. I loved it when I saw it. I said, okay, this makes sense. And he said it. Who do you think's gonna talk? Who do you expect to talk for him?
Yeah, and it's like Shinsuke speaks English though.
But it's okay.
Like, his English is pretty solid.
But he can't speak Sami Zaynish.
Yeah, true.
So
Sami's a great promo.
Think about it. You ever seen Key and Peele?
Yeah.
So they have a skit where They do Obama, and now the other one's
The anger
Luther
translator.
The anger translator. I feel like that's Shinsuke and
Sami Zayn for you right there. I have been preaching for it for like the last couple weeks. I want Shinsuke to be a babyface, so that kind of ruins my.
Oh yeah, no.
Because I want that guy back. Like I want him on NXT, and I want that guy back. But apparently, I might not be getting it anytime soon. But who knows? After what they did with Shinsuke and Rusev
might be a Melvin
last time,
Gordon holdout on you.
True. And then, of course, to end the show, we had the big reveal. Who was Roman Reigns' attacker? We had Daniel Bryan, and we had Rowan standing over this hooded fellow.
I thought this hooded fellow was going to be Luke Harper.
I thought so, too. They take the hood off, though. Do you know who it was?
Some guy.
Some guy.
That looks just like Eric Rowan.
And I still have no idea who it is because they never even gave a name.
Because they just
pan to Roman standing over them.
Zoomed out.
Totally dumbfounded. And cut.
And cut, boys. That's it.
And
That's a wrap. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, no kidding. It was like, dang. That's the show for you right there. But overall, SmackDown was a good show, I think. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Pretty solid. But
I'm hating. I'm tired of agreeing. I'm tired of saying it's a good show because it is a good show, man.
Mm-hmm.
At this whole last month, a month before, I still think it's been a month. 3 weeks, right when Paul Heyman took over, I really haven't found too much to criticize. There's maybe been one or two things. I think the second thing would be maybe, I'm hearing some of the beef and understanding the OC. There wasn't, I don't know. Seth and Braun, they don't need to be tag champions. No. I get it, but
overall,
if you can make Braun heel out of this greatly, then I get it, okay? But it doesn't make the OC look weak to me in the tag titles. I don't know, maybe. You can debate me on that, you know what I mean? You can debate and say, hey.
Mm-hmm. But it's like a tried and true formula, like putting the tag titles in like the two main contenders.
I know, but the OC just had it. OC just had it.
And the OC just really got like repackaged and like had like this like
AJ,
fire behind
I thought
them.
that the OC, like the OC, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
It's just the two guys, but probable cause.
I mean, I don't know, but I think
hope for a title change soon.
Yeah, probably a Clash of Champions, honestly.
Yes, sir.
Most likely. But I'm sure a lot of you noticed how King of the Ring, we didn't really discuss it. We didn't talk about the two matches that happened on SmackDown. Because we're going to talk about King of the Ring in all right now. And, of course, we had our two winners from Raw, which were Samoa Joe and Cedric Alexander.
Here we go.
And then we got our two winners from SmackDown, Elias and... I almost just said Elias again because Elias is the only one that matters in my eyes. But Andrade was the other.
What do you mean?
I love Andrade.
He's going to be in the finals. True. Maybe not. Maybe.
I think so.
Andrade and McIntyre. I'm telling you. King Andrade.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably King McIntyre, though.
Hopefully King McIntyre.
You're going to get your Scottish King. WWE's been banking on this one.
But, yeah, that was pretty much what we were dealt with the winners this week. And I want to give a shout out to two people that got this right. We have, of course, our brackets up on Instagram. And
hit the link.
We here at Wrestlers Pit, we're out.
The pick.
But, of course, we had at the Ringsider.
Well, yeah, we're not a perfect bracket. We're not a perfect. Things aren't suicide as they used to be anymore. Even ESPN gives you points for your winners advancing.
True.
Because McIntyre is the pick.
I'm
not here. We're just having some fun. Perfect brackets, obviously, what we're going for.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. But
at Ringsider and at WrestleVote.
Oh, sorry.
Those are the two that have the perfect brackets so far.
Highlight your koala, boys. Good job.
Your koala.
Good job. I wish y'all filled out mine. Wish we entered in some DraftKings or something. Made some money out of this, okay? Next time, put your cash up on the table. Let's do this.
And next week, we'll obviously have another update for King of the Ring. But I feel like this was the matches that we got. Obviously, we already talked about the Raw ones. Let's talk about the SmackDown ones real quick. So, first up, we got Andrade versus Apollo Crews. And
Did you think Apollo had a chance?
Honestly,
Well, sorry.
I feel like
there
Apollo
anyone out
felt
there?
like he had a chance.
Only Apollo?
Like, the match went like a solid 10 minutes, I believe, which,
You're going to get that out. You're going to get some solid wrestling out of these.
yeah, and the match felt pretty
I
good.
said that. The matchups are incredible.
Mhm. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, I feel like there was a moment during the match where I thought, oh, maybe Andrade doesn't win. But of course he did, and I mean, he's a phenomenal talent, so I'm really happy with that ending.
This would be something. It would be good to see him advance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're gonna run through that block, Andrade and Ali. You know, a lot of good talents are gonna be head to head.
Yeah. But it might not be Ali. You never know.
Yeah, I know. The Beanos.
The Beanos. We might have gotten one wrong, but
That's it.
we also.
The Beanos. I didn't fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. No, I wasn't saying that.
That was a team effort.
Yeah. There's a B in team.
But of course, that is something that's going to be very interesting to see going forward into the future. And then we have Elias beating Kevin Owens, and exactly what we thought was going to happen.
Whoa.
What?
Shane McMahon with the 1-2 count.
Yeah.
My man must be a Madden referee.
We were right though about that. If you check out our King of the Ring predictions.
Do. I said that on the Sunday. I said that, so that came out that Monday. I said it before the King of the Ring even started. I said I feel like Shane's just gonna cost him that match.
Of course, it makes perfect storyline.
I didn't think
sense.
it was gonna happen so soon, but it did.
And so Kevin Owens is out of the tournament, and I guess we're gonna have to just keep on walking with Elias.
I like that though.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see all these old guys.
It was weird hearing his entrance music though.
I like it.
Like normally it's just like Elias.
Yeah,
this time it was like his actual song, and I was like, "Whoa, this is weird."
I was a fan. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah,
I like the Elias push, and I think we gotta believe. Believe.
Oh, don't go back that far. What are those two, by the way? Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel?
The B team. I don't know.
Maybe they're on Main Event every week or something like that. I just don't watch it, but I mean, who knows where they are? But they might be on Wednesday night soon.
For them.
You never know.
Yeah.
Because biggest news story of the week, NXT is moving to the USA Network.
We need a sound.
Wednesday night.
We should have queued up a sound for that.
Probably should have.
Like an alert sound. We can get that.
Yeah, I think we're
could.
We're
gonna have to.
Wednesday's at 8, dude. 2 hours. NXT.
What a power move, huh?
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're gonna jump off the network. I'm changing your show to an extra hour.
Yep.
+1. And it's going to be on television.
One channel away from their competition. Even though they're not competition,
well,
they're the
right?
alternative.
Other people, maybe other things like, 25 and 42. But for me, it's 34 and 35 and 34. On Wednesdays, if I'm watching AEW on channel 34. If I want to switch it over to NXT, I just hit one up on the channel. It's 35. See, that's what separates them.
For me, and I have a different provider than you, if I want to watch NXT, it's $5.50. If I want to watch AEW, it's $5.51. One channel. That's all that separates the wrestling on these Wednesday Night Wars, which AEW already trademarked, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised WWE didn't get in on that, but obviously they don't want to admit that they're in a war.
AEW's the one saying they don't want the war, but WWE's acting like it's a war.
Yeah,
but it's funny if AEW trademarked it, but yada yada. It's back and forth, whatever. It's good for everyone. It's good for the fans. It's good for the wrestlers. It's good for
the
television. It's good for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for
or sports entertainment, if you want to call it
definitely
that.
Great to be us. Who's it for? It's it's for us. It's just as much as anything. They do it to entertain us. These guys aren't going out there to just what people would say fake fight with each other. For what? Their fucking selves. They like getting beat up. No, they get high off of listening to us.
Yeah, the entertaining.
Colby Covington, you suck. Like no one gets it. I get it.
Mm-hmm. We love you, Colby Covington, by the
way.
But I'm gonna put you on the spot here real quick because NXT's moving to the USA Network.
Spotlight.
Who on the main roster do you think should move back down?
I don't want to give anybody we have, but I guess you can, if there's going to be talent that needs to be utilized, you move them back, you move them down there.
I mean, it's actually not even down anymore. It's across, but...
Yeah, up and over. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see... I don't know. I wish these tag teams...
What, someone like the Authors of Pain or Heavy Machinery or somebody like that?
No, like, I wish they were, like, as those... I wish those... So, exactly, perfect example, those guys, I wish they were as they were in NXT.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't really want anyone to go to NXT. I don't like that. NXT, to me, it's a chemistry thing, and I feel like it's a new wave they pump every time, and the wave they have there, it's a whole...
I feel like that's gone now.
I feel like it's... Yeah, literally, though. The guys they have there are, like, micros to, all those guys are either NXT bred or, Ring of Honors, they're indies. Mm-hmm. None of those guys are, like, I don't know. So, obviously, you can throw guys, like, I don't know, Cesaro, I want that push up here. Like, I want these guys...
See,
I don't want no one to go back down unless you give me their weak, give me some weak sauces.
That would be my thing.
Like,
I would say Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn was NXT. He, was literally, one of, the people that built that brand. He was, the heart and soul of NXT. He moves to the main roster. He got a massive push from Cena, but overall, he didn't really get... what he
I bet you that injury
deserved. It was the injury, and he's very injury prone since. But I feel like going to NXT, working less days probably, and just I don't know, even just putting the new guys over, being like the John Cena of NXT.
Yeah. Well, so no, you'll see that, but someone, I feel like that's gonna come from a guy who won't leave NXT.
True.
I could see the
Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
I don't see him leaving anytime soon now. He'll be on NXT for a while. And so Johnny Gargano, so Tommaso Ciampa, and Ciampa, and the Undisputed Era.
Shirt.
Oh, what?
I was going to get it for
Block
myself, yeah.
Yeah, I like that shirt. That's a really cool shirt. Thanks for the Undisputed Era shirt, by the way, man.
Appreciate
Very solid.
You know it.
But, I mean, if it wasn't Sammy, like I said earlier, it would be Shinsuke. Because I feel like those two guys thrived.
Hey, what do you know? Yeah, those two guys, and then they are together on the tag. So, watch, they're going to give us art soon, those two guys.
Yeah, I hope so.
For the Intercontinental, and Sammy's going to win it, and you can get a good feud out of that.
Yeah, I definitely think you could get some 5-star quality in Meltzer's eyes on that.
You really could.
But I feel like we got to talk about one more thing, and this isn't WWE related, everybody. This is about
Since we're on there, yeah.
AEW.
AEW, baby.
All Out is next Saturday. And one of the matches, it was one of the biggest matches on the show. It's going to be Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. They set it up at Double or Nothing.
It was perfectly set up. Perfectly set up. Woo, that's what I was, a lot of steam for me.
And
I was
now,
wow, this show ended right, because the show was, it was okay. But I'm like, okay.
Yeah, people weren't really sure about that ending, because everybody thought Kenny was going to win. Turned out to be Jericho.
All awesome to me.
And everybody was looking forward to this match.
Poor posture.
Obviously one of the best matches on the show. Would have been. But instead, we're getting another very high-quality match.
Yeah, people thought he was gone, but you assured me he was not.
Yeah, we're getting Kenny Omega versus Pac.
Formerly known as Neville for you
WWE fans. Yes. And it's actually kind of surprising because apparently Moxley is injured. I've heard multiple things. I've heard elbow injury. I've heard MRSA. I've heard a couple different things, but...
He's not going to be there. Hey,
he won't be there.
So it's a shame, but show goes on, and I'm glad to see Pac.
Pac is in that spot now.
Versus Kenny Omega.
That match is going to be crazy. Woo. I hope they get time. That's what they need.
Next Saturday, what's the dates? We going to be
31st.
Here? Oh, yeah. We'll be here?
We'll be here.
I'll be here, guys. We're going to be watching it.
There's a lot of wrestling on that day because NXT TakeOver UK is on at 3 p.m.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
So,
guys, sounds
3
like a party.
p.m. wrestling.
What are you guys doing?
8 o'clock wrestling. Are you ready?
You want to come skating?
Skating with the pilots.
Shit.
Yeah. But, so, I mean, the show's going to be awesome anyways. And obviously, we're going to cover more on AEW this week as we're going into All Out.
Man. We are going
But
October. Don't forget.
Get well soon, Mr. John Moxley. And hopefully you are healthy for the first ever episode of Wednesday night All Elite Wrestling.
You make you almost forget about him, and then he'll just come back and beat you up again.
Especially the second week of weekly television for All Elite Wrestling because, it's in Boston, and we're really hoping for...
Your boys are going to be there. No big deal.
We're really hoping that you're
not trying to give you the extra rub, but we'll be there.
Yeah.
And
if you're there, man, we'll be cheering you on.
So,
shout out to Mox. Gotta love it.
Koalas.
Yeah.
Everyone got to get their ticket and get to that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually pretty sure that show's already sold, or at least the pre-sale tickets are sold out.
There you go. Everything's probably burnt out.
The first episodes,
Just go.
NXT live shows are already sold out as well.
As they should be. When are they going 2 hours?
September
the week after.
Something. It's like the 16th, I believe.
Cheeky bastards.
Not quite looking at a calendar right now.
I hope it doesn't water down that product, though. I think they got
18th.
enough to give us. They got enough between those girls and the UK to roll out there, and I think they will. And then I think they'll succeed. I like to see Rhea Ripley. I think you'll see more of her.
I don't want to throw any spoilers because NXT is already obviously recorded for the next couple of weeks.
She's already a UK champion.
Not UK, but she's
Women's?
somewhere. She's on a... she's moved over.
To NXT?
Possibly. I'm not trying to throw any spoilers at anybody.
Holler.
But, insider facts right here.
When do I gotta wait for this?
Maybe a week or two. You never know.
She may be there.
But, pretty solid. But
That's great news.
Wednesday Night Wars are here, dude. They're almost here.
It's...
Month and a half.
They didn't know... When I was a kid, you didn't know you were in the Monday Night Wars until a little towards the end. And after... You didn't know it was a war until after the war was over. You knew, but you know what I mean? You did. You knew. Belt in the... Oh, you knew. That shit was rough. But, let's go. Let's go. I think, man, let's go.
Yeah.
I just love it. More wrestling, and it's good that it's not just the same wrestling that's WWE because what I don't know, how do you put it? A tyrant is the person who controls everything,
Yeah. And we're not calling Vince McMahon a tyrant
no,
here,
but
I mean,
that's why I want to see what other people can do and give.
Us as wrestling fans and really show like the diversity of what wrestling is in 2019 because obviously WWE has their way and All Elite Wrestling, they say it all the time, they're the alternative and they're going to try to give us an alternative. So shout out to them. Shout out to AE Dubs, All Out this coming weekend. Shout out to WWE.
Shout out to all the fans, man.
Shout out to all the fans.
You know
Holla
who
at
you
your
are.
koalas.
Vault Lounge, DDT Lounge, holla at your boy. Matt to Matt, holla at your boy. What Worldwide Wrestling Memes, holla at your boy.
I believe that's the Buzzards, right?
Might be all the boys. The Buzz. Are you trying to skip out of here?
I mean, that's about all we got for this show right now.
Trying to take these pants off? Not like that. Go swimming. I got
yo,
a pool in the backyard, guys.
That was a step too far, but yeah, I think that's what we're about.
Like, nah, yo, dude, I'm wearing fucking jeans here, man. I hate jeans, people. I hate them.
See, that's why I got my jeans, dude. I love the jeans.
Wait for the winter.
Buy.
Not even a couple more weeks and wear sweatpants. What do you buy? Tell the fans.
The Mugsy jeans, dude. They're expensive.
Where can they get those?
Online. You can only get them online.
Google them, people. Mugsy jeans.
Yeah, they're stupidly expensive, but just owning one pair, dude, totally worth it. Like, they're so comfortable. They feel like you're wearing sweatpants, but they're not. They're jeans.
Heard.
We are not sponsored by Mugsy Jeans, by the way.
Maybe we're not sponsored by nobody, man.
We do this for the fans, and we say what we think the fans want to hear and what we believe.
If you do make marijuanas, hey, sponsor us.
If you want.
We like H2O. We like CBD. We like water.
That's H2O, just so you know.
Yeah.
But,
we like them both.
And that's all we got time for here today.
Shit, Nick's kicking us out, guys. All right, hey, we got to go.
Shout out to everybody.
Watch out. Stay in school. School's about to start up.
Yes, it is.
Waiting for the snow. Waiting for the winters.
For us, at least. Maybe you guys have nicer weather where you're from.
Friday night, though.
but-
Let's get this party started.
Let's do it. Thank you guys for joining us here on Friday Night Main Event
One
at
love.
Wrestlers Pit.
It's your
One
boy.
love. See you guys. So, you want to give us a little update on your bracket?
Sure. Where do I start? Where should I start?
Just basically start from like Raw. Talk about like what made you decide to pick like your bracket, pretty much.
Sure. My finals for Raw was McIntyre and Alexander. So pretty much I picked them because that they're feuding, and I thought it would be a really good way to get Cedric to a really good main storyline, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
What else? McIntyre. I see him at winning the whole thing. The past few King of the Rings have been, the big European tough guys. He fits really well into that frame. So McIntyre is gonna take it for me on Raw, at least on Raw.
And then how do you feel about SmackDown? Like, what do you think's gonna go down with them?
I'm not really sure. I thought I had it down pretty well, but I had Kevin Owens in the semifinals, winning on the SmackDown side, but obviously that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought Kevin Owens would be the MVP of his side, having matches with, I put down Owens versus Murphy, Owens versus Gable, and then at the end, Owens versus McIntyre, but that obviously didn't work out. I thought he would have really good matches with them, but I guess I'm pretty lost now since Owens is out.
Now, seeing that Owens is out, how would you like redo your bracket? Like, what would you change?
I think you guys are right with Elias and Ali for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like since Buddy beat Daniel last on SmackDown, something's gonna happen with them that makes Ali win over Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that. That makes
absolutely.
total sense.
Watch that other guy get in. Other guy, Rowan.
Yeah, and then how do you feel about Andrade versus either Gable or Benjamin? You still have Gable?
Yeah, I thought it would be Gable since apparently they're going with the Shorty G angle. So I think it wouldn't make much sense for him to lose so quickly. So having a win over Andrade would have really put him up there.
I see that. I know that we here have Andrade going to the finals, so it's good that we differ a little bit on that.
Yeah.
But what match are you looking forward to for the rest of the tournament? Like, what's like the one match that like you can't wait for? You think it'll be absolutely amazing?
Man, well, as I said, I was looking forward to the Owens stuff, but I don't really know now. Let's see. I'm looking forward to Buddy versus Ali because their match in 205 Live, all of those were really good. So I guess they're
That's
gonna
gonna be a
pull
technical
another
match.
banger off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a very very solid show. You wanna give yourself a little shout out for Instagram?
Oh sure. You guys can follow me on Matt to Matt. Love to see you guys there. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, I'll talk to you again
Guys.
soon. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe down below to us here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestlers Pit. One love. See you guys.